Hi, this is Patrick from DODOcase. I'm here to go over some video instructions for how to assemble the version 1.2 of our virtual reality viewer. Thanks for getting the VR viewer, and super psyched that you decided to jump into virtual reality. So to start with, after you've opened your box, these are the pieces you should find. You've got the cardboard cutouts, a bag full of components, and your instructions. So step one, we're just going to go ahead and break all of these cardboard pieces off. The pieces that you don't need I'm just setting to the side here. So we got our viewer, faceplate, what we call the faceplate viewer. So we kind of break away the top piece, set that aside. You won't need that. This piece is important. All of the pieces around here, breaking that apart. The back side also can help flip it over and break it apart from the other side. These little pieces that you see on the black side, they say iPhone 5 spacers. You're going to want to break those off carefully. If you have an iPhone 5, you're going to need them to put a spacer in. So I'm just going to break those apart, set those off to the side because we won't need them until later. But you just want to break them off and try not to crease them. It's not the end of the world if you do, but better if you don't. These round cutouts will be where your face goes into on this side. So break this out. A little mystery extra part. You don't need that. In this round piece, you will see that says nose bridge. You want to break that piece out. You will need that. So make sure you don't set that aside. So I'm putting all the pieces I'm going to need here in front of me, and just putting all the pieces I won't need off to the side. This is a trash piece. And there you have it. The mystery part we don't need. So these are the pieces of cardboard that are important and that you'll need. What we'll do is take a quick inventory of all of the pieces in our bag, in the components bag. So take it out of the bubble wrap. You can just kind of dump it out in front of you. All these goodies. And make sure you get everything out of there. There's a couple smaller pieces, so just be sure you're not missing anything. Plastic bag, set aside. We won't need that anymore. All right, so quick inventory of what we got here. We have our NFC tag. We have two little foam pieces, which will go and be a part of our button mechanism. We have two lenses, which are wrapped up in tissue paper to protect them. Tissue paper you can set aside. We won't need that. Boom. We have two sets of round stickers for holding the lenses in place. We'll put those next to our lenses. We have a plastic strip that's got some foam on it. This is going to be part of our button mechanism. We have a metallic shield, which is also part of our button mechanism. Put that aside. We have some VELCRO pieces. We have two white paper stickers. And we have some yellow 1/4 inch by about 1 inch long stickers. Those are for the iPhone 5 spacers. If you have an iPhone 5, you'll use those at the last step to put those spacers in. And the last two pieces here, piece of double-sided adhesive. So that's for closing the cardboard. And then you have a wooden lever, which is part of your button mechanism. It's helpful at this stage also. I like doing this with a pen. but going around and looking for all of the places where there are little slots where there may still be cardboard in and punching those out. So start with this face plate. You'll see these little long strips. You can just pop them out with a pen, pull those out. Good to go there. And then also on here, and for all the slots. This will just make your life a lot easier when you're putting it together to make sure you haven't left a piece of cardboard in. Make sure it says insert wood here and click on the other side. There's a little slot there. That's where your wooden lever is going to go through in later steps. So just taking all of these pieces out now helps so that later on when you're in kind of the middle of a step, you're not battling these little pieces. And then there's one other small slot right here. There you go. Great. So we are pretty much ready to begin. So here's our main housing. Let's go ahead and crack open our VELCRO pieces. You'll see the VELCRO, there are 4 pieces of VELCRO. They're stuck together. You can pull them apart. There's a kind of scratchy side and a stiff side. Scratchy side and a fuzzy side, as we like to say. So the fuzzy side, I'm just going to peel these off here, taking the sticky backing off. And it says fuzzy VELCRO right here on the black side. So we're going to put that fuzzy VELCRO right there in the corner. If you've got longer fingernails, this will go a little bit faster for you. But there you go. Flipping this over, you'll see on this side it says scratchy VELCRO. That's where our scratchy VELCRO pieces go. So we have those. And just peel those parts off. So we have all the little pile of trash on the right-hand side here. The NFC tag, which is this black sticker, you want to peel this backing off, and you'll see it's got this cool like circuitry on the back. This is to let your phone know when you put it in the viewer, kind of the configuration of the lenses and everything, and also helps navigate you to some virtual reality related apps. Now, not all phones have NFC readers. The iPhones don't have NFC readers that'll let you find these apps, but you can go into the App Store and just search virtual reality, and you'll find a bunch of apps in the iOS App Store. So last piece here, we've got our tape. It's going to go, this long strip of tape will go where it says tape on the right-hand side, and then also the white paper stickers here we're going to put on the viewer, and you want to make sure you put it on the correct side. This side says face this side toward phone, and curved side of lens. So you want to put the paper stickers on that side, not on the side where it says fold and button mechanism. So we'll go ahead and do that real quick. There you go. And you want to kind of position these just around the rectangular slot there, the rectangular hole. There you go. The other thing that's helpful to do at this stage is just kind of pre-bend all of the pieces around the score marks. So you'll notice there's score marks to kind of guide you on where to bend it. So starting kind of over on the right-hand side where the tape is, it's going to bend all these in so that they're ready for the later steps, so that everything goes together more easily. On this side, you'll see there's dashed lines across here. Just bending all of those, kind of getting them ready. And then also on this piece, bending, you'll see there's little score marks here. I'm just going to bend that like so, each side. And then at the front, bending along these score marks here. So that, getting that all kind of ready to go. All right, so we have pre-bent all of our pieces, and we're on to step 3. So you've got your lenses here, and you'll notice that these lenses have more curvature on one side than the other. And you want to make sure that the curvature is facing out towards the side that says curved side of lens. So that's on this side. We'll take our stickers here. And actually, one trick I like to do is I like to kind of put these down and then position the lens just above, and you're trying to get a little bit of overlap on the stickers on the edge of the lens, nice and even, so that the lens will be held in place. And right now I'm having the curved side of this facing up. There we go, a little sticky. And I'm going to push these in so that the curved side of the lens is facing where it says curved side of lens. So this is going just in there. So, and you want to push it in and make sure it's nice and seated in that hole. Do that for both sides. So, pushing down, and then taking the other set of lens stickers and putting them around on the other side, and that will hold your lens. Make sure you just kind of push the sticker down so that it holds the lens nicely in there. Voila. Beautiful. Okay. So once you're done, you should have your lenses bending out this way, and the stickers nice and firmly seated. You want to kind of push around them, make sure that they're flat. You don't want the lenses to be, you know, kind of off kilter, if you will. The next step is to make our little button mechanism. So it says peel off adhesive backing. That's the adhesive backing on this area where it's yellow. In later steps, you'll adhere the wood button lever, it's this guy, to this adhesive. Bend the plastic strip at scores to create the shape below. So this is the shape we're talking about right here. We want to basically bend it into kind of a V-looking shape. So the foam piece you want facing outward. You'll see that there's score marks, this little T flap here. I want to bend this like so, and I really want to try and get that at a 90-degree angle. That's the goal. And then there's another score below where the foam is that I'm going to bend like so. There we go. And squeeze that. I forgot to take my adhesive off. You can either take the adhesive off now, or you can also bend this part first. You'll also notice that there's a little score on the right-hand side. You want to bend that down as well. It's a little bit trickier, but this will help keep your wooden stick in place so that you end up with something that matches the shape of this guy. So you're looking to, there you go, match that shape and make sure that all of these scores are bent at the correct angles. There you go. So that looks good. And my black foam facing out, got this bent and this bent. And then we also just take this yellow adhesive off here. Backing. There you go. And adhesive, you want to make sure the adhesive's still there, but you've just taken the backing off. Now step 5 is all about assembling the faceplate into the final shape. So to start with, we have the foam spacer pieces here. We want to peel those foam pieces. They've got adhesive on one side. We're going to peel those off, and we're going to stick them on the inside. The inside is where it says fold and where it's got the dotted outline for your button mechanism. So we're going to put this foam piece right at the top and the bottom of that center narrow strip where it says fold, just like so. Boom. And then we're going to take our plastic strip and our nose bridge piece, and you will see the dotted line where it says button mechanism and there's a little arrow. There's actually a very small slot in the cardboard, and that's designed for the little wings and the tab on this plastic strip. So we're going to punch that in, going to find it, and I'm going to punch it in on one side so that it's hanging out. It should hold itself in place nicely. You see kind of it's in that tab. It's sticking out on this side a little bit. And then we're going to put the nose bridge, this piece, in behind it. And you'll notice that there's a little cutout that matches this shape. So these two slots are designed for your nose bridge piece. So this piece slides in behind it, like so. And then you're done with the first step of step 5. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to fold this together, like so. And our goal is to align the tab on this with a slot over here, and also align the plastic tab with the smaller slit at the top. So what I like to do is start with the plastic tab and just kind of gently like work it into the slot next on the opposite side. And also use your pen here to kind of push that and open it up a little bit. See, there you go. So we've got the tab in there. Should be a pretty tight fit. So it's designed to kind of help keep it held together. And the nose bridge piece, you want to make sure that that is sitting in the opposite side. So once you've got this folded together, you should have something that kind of holds itself based off the friction of that plastic tab. And then just this folds in here like this, and you've got yourself the nose plate. It kind of makes a T shape here. So now that's basically completed step 5. So metallic shield is here. Oops, I'm coming apart a little bit here. There you go. You want to kind of hold this together because it can pop open on you. The next step is this. It's helpful to pull these little pieces that may be hanging on to the holes here. Just pull those off. These are going to interface with the faceplate. So we're going to hold this piece and we're going to take the metallic shield with the back of it facing these little tabs, and we're going to feed this into here. It's going to go in between the foam and the plastic strip. There you have it. I'm just feeding that through, and you'll notice here this plastic strip will come up. And we want it in front of the foam piece. It goes in front of the foam, and it goes back up and under and across that bridge. So this piece is there to create the kind of capacitive touch event on your screen. This is a special plastic material that will interact with your screen and let the button mechanism work. So you'll notice those tabs, those slots in the metallic shield will line up with your tabs on the faceplate, and we're going to put this piece in here like so. The front has a small little slot that the front of the faceplate goes into, and you'll see that we have all this together. You want to make sure that all of these pieces, nothing's come out of the slots. If they have, just kind of wiggle them back in place. And we have finished step 7. We have everything kind of inserted in place. Now for step 8, we have our wooden lever, which we can fold up this first side of the main housing, and we're going to insert the wooden lever in that button that says insert wood, and click on the opposite side. So I'm just holding the, you can also come in from this side actually, it might be easier. I'm holding this side just to make sure that it doesn't pop open on me. There you go. And we're going to bring this across, and remember the adhesive on the bottom has to go to this piece, which is going to go under there. This will be the trickiest piece, or if you align the slot with this side, make sure you can move the lever. See this? The lever comes in and pushes up. You can see on the top the adhesive has to really be pushed down. If you push on this, you'll notice that the button is coming out, like this. So now that we have the lever in place and secured, you just fold the rest of this around and line up all the slots around like so. The last part is peeling off the adhesive on this side. And just sealing up the end of it. There you go. I'm going to kind of give that a good pinch so you have everything nice and secure. And you have made yourself a virtual reality viewer. So you're pretty much done at this stage. If you have an Android phone or any phone other than an iPhone 5, you can throw it in, and if you have your NFC reader on, you'll be prompted to download the DODOcase Virtual Reality App Store, which has a bunch of cool apps that you can play around with. If you have the iPhone 5, you will want to put in the spacers. So I'll just go over that quickly for the people that have iPhone 5s. You'll notice it says tape on this side and fold on this side. So what you want to do is fold them in on themselves, and just like so. Now what this does is it creates a spacer that will hold the iPhone 5 and keep it kind of elevated and up in your viewer. So this tape, we don't actually want to tape these down on here. You want this sitting away from the viewer, so it's gonna go down like this. The black side will be facing out, so you'll see everything is basically black. You'll see iPhone 5 spacers on both sides here. So you're going to put them in like so, and you're just going to place them right at the top and the bottom. So basically that'll help center your iPhone. So just quickly show you what that looks like. Pull this backing off, tape on one side here. Make sure that adhesive doesn't peel off when you peel the backing off. There you go. So we got tape on one side. You can also just pull these apart if you want to make it a little bit easier. Let's do that. Pull this side off. That adhesive there. Pull the other side of the backing off. You just want to be sure that when you're peeling this up, you don't peel the adhesive off. You want that to stay stuck down to the cardboard. There you go. And then you're going to take this. You're just going to place it where it says iPhone 5 spacer. Let me get in the shot of, and push it down. And you've done one side of this. One side is enough if you want to just do one side, but you have two spacers, so you can put a second one in there, and that's just holding the iPhone 5 up so that it's centered in the viewer, and then when you close it, it will stay in a position where you'll be able to see the screen that's not all the way at the bottom. So let's do the second viewer here, or the second spacer. Again, you're going to want to fold this on the side that says fold. There's a crease, but I'm just going to crease this with my fingernails too on the opposite side. The idea is to fold it just in the middle there. There you go. Peel this away. Putting this on the side that says tape. Again, I'm not taping these to I'm not taping the part where I fold it. I'm putting tape on the back side where it's going to stick to the viewer. And then my final piece of tape here. Other side. And just put this in along the top edge and giving a little pressure so that the adhesive sticks down, and you've got yourself a nice little housing for your iPhone 5. The one thing to remember is you should take your cases off. If you have a case on your phone, you might want to take that off before you put it in the viewer. That can make it a little bit more difficult to close around. If you've got a larger phone, like an iPhone 6 Plus, for example, you may need to add another crease in the top flap. The iPhone 6 Plus will fit in here. Actually, I've got one. I can demonstrate that real quickly. But it does sit up a little bit, and it will sit out the sides. But the screen is actually the perfect size for the iPhone 6 Plus, which is pretty cool. So let me go grab the iPhone 6 Plus. Yeah. So here's the 6 Plus. I'm going to demonstrate. You can put that in there. You'll see that it sits just perfectly at the top, and you can just put your pull this around. You may want to add another little bit of a crease in there, but the screen fits perfectly, and Velcro holds it, and you are ready to go. Final note, a couple things if you run into problems. Sometimes this metallic shield material can peel up. You can just take a small piece of Scotch tape and tape it down if that's a problem, if it gets into your field of view. We haven't seen it get into our field of view, but if that bugs you, you can do that. This button mechanism, the way it works, you should basically be pushing down on this wooden lever, and you should see the buckle come out and come back in, and it should operate smoothly. If it's not operating smoothly, or if it's getting stuck or something like that, what you'll want to do is make sure that the creases on this centerpiece are wide enough. You might have kind of miscreased it, so you're going to want to just jiggle this around and like maybe pull it out, and make sure that there's enough space in there for that plastic to run smoothly. Yeah, and so that's the basic operation of that button mechanism. It should be really nice and smooth, goes down and comes back up, and you'll see the thing pop out and pop back in. So that's it. You're ready to rock and roll. I hope you have a great time with your virtual reality viewer. And if you have any questions, leave comments down below, and we will try and answer them the best we can. So have a good journey through virtual reality.